Hello my hosts, and welcome to another stream. Today we are doing some more programming in Unity. The key aim is to fix a bug where Unicode and that type of information gets scrambled when we go for the chat reading. So we'll handle that. And we'll probably, if we have a lot of time, add some more customization options for different types of chat. So let's get right into it. That's a little retaining. Excellent. So, got it switched over to reading my chat. So, let's see if we run it now. It'll pop up very shortly. Okay, so that shows my test data. Now, see if we stick an emoji. Right. That's interesting. That might mean that that emoji is coming through cleanly. Okay. So we're getting square things, which just might mean that this is not showing it cleanly. So let's see if we can change the font. Edit properties. Courier new. Okay, it's rendering with a question mark. I don't know if that means that this font just does not have the support for it, or it's being corrupted. So let's quit out of there. Let's go to Unity and see what happens when we run it underneath Unity. Okay, there we go. Well, that isn't very good. I don't see any test data. And as we can see, we're not seeing that in there. So if we go to the canvas object and we look at the it looks like the text isn't even coming up. Now, that could be because things are not 8-bit clean at some point. So what we can do is we can go into here. Now we encode it using Newtonsoft JSON. So we go JSON code encoding UTF-8. Right. Da, 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 da. Down. This stage, you have to find out. Future reference. Okay. Reading for documentation. Okay. Always start distinct. Something else. Okay. If we console right line, at the moment, I'm saying the console is, I think I have to set that somewhere. So I'm saying it's encoding in UTF-8. But I am thinking soft. There's a message. Yes. Soft. JSON. Want to get better documentation. There might be an option to make it 8-bit clean. Okay. Cleaner. No, that's not what I want. There. Coding, come on. Hi, Werewolf Game. How are you going? I am going quite well at the moment. Doing a bit of programming and basically trying to figure a way of getting myself some way of encoding the what you call them, 8-bit data, so I can cleanly transport emojis. Ah, that is great to hear. So 8-bit It's not what we want. We might look at the documentation for this. Okay. There's a serializer. Null value hiding. So, serialization settings. Date format heading. Type. Metadata. Converter. Type name handler. Serialization button. Handling, resource loop handling, default value, object creation handling, type name. Just searching for something. Type name assembly, nope. Type name, metadata, structure handling, converters. Might be trace writer error. See also serialization attributes. Okay. So for here, do. Now we know that this is the bits where it's useful. Copy. String to its JSON string, delimiter, string escape handler. Escaped default, escape non-ASCII, escape HTML, maybe? So, how do we set that? String escape handling. Paste in there. JSON writer. Okay, so JSON writer class. JSON. Yep, I want to get emojis to work because they are pretty popular. So if we go to here, nope, go to the other one. What's happened to the... Ah, it is here. So let's drop out of here. Soft dot so JSON convert sets wonder if we can go dots does that work? What does that? Well, that'll cause a bug, but seeing what bug it gets will be helpful. Okay, let's see what the error list says. JSON convert does not. Okay, that's fair. So properties gets or sets a function that creates the default. Oh, it's a callback. Okay. So it's got to be a function which confirms to that. Thingy. It's going to be a little bit tricky. Use crates. Wish they would give you a some demo code. Let's see if we can search the internet to find somebody who has done something similar. And we've got some sample code. Okay, serialize object, default settings equals blah. Okay. Copy that. Your kitten has good taste. So, like that. Now, we can step back to the stack. Go. String escape handling. Just going to undo that so I can see how that works. Equals default values default. Escape handling. Could go full escape HTML. You. JSON string handling. Escape HTML. It's got to be a comma. Actually, doesn't have to be anything because I'm going to close that off. Now, let's see how that works. It fails. Go to the error list. Just probably have to add an extra bit of that. It's doing that problem. So still haven't fixed that issue, but very nice. Good little kitten. There we go. Let's try and start it here. Okay. So we go with an emoji. Let's see what happens now. Still invisible. And if we look at the text, looks like there's nothing there. That is odd. Close that off. Okay, actually what we can do is look at the console. Oh, it's still running in the background. got to fix that as well, but we'll do that later. So project, pull up the code. We'll add a bit of debugging. What I want to check is the display message empty, or is it just being hidden somehow? Save that. Wait for it to compile and reload. Okay. So the custom emojis are not even being counted as output. So let's add an extra line here. So take the snippet and display message, and we'll add the length. Actually, it would help if I could type. Okay, and just let's see what we get here now. Right. Start the process up. So let's start. Oh, we've got a bug. Missing semicolon. That's the classic, isn't it? Everybody runs into that problem. Right, so let's run it. Okay, so it's telling us there are 2 characters, but they're not being displayed on the screen. There we go. See you soon. Okay. Right. 2 characters. That makes me think that they're not being read as Unicode. Right. Read line async. C#. Result. Stream or null. Number of characters. Okay. So I'm going to look up C#. Reading text file. Okay. So I've got to set something for encoding UTF-8. Right. Probably where we get the P standard output. So when we go there, P standard in, start. Output dot current encoding equals encoding UTF-8 that looks wrong. It is read only. Okay, so property index is read only. How do I change current encoding? Let's scroll down and see if there is an instruction on how to do it. Write all text. Coding Unicode. So UTF-8 Unicode C# change encoding yes, encoding okay. How do that gets the encoding? Coding convert, get encoding. .NET. Might be the debug process. Okay, maybe it's in the start info, that would make sense. p dot info dot, now let's see, get type environmental variables, password, redirect standard input to string, file name, arguments, get type. Ah, welcome back. Hope your kitty has been put to sleep. Well, Resty is now resting comfortably. And we got to do standard error encoding, standard output encoding. That's what we want. Right. Save that. And we go here. You run it again. That doesn't look much better. So we go like that. So we've got that. We've still got the two values. Now, what do we... Let's have it print out. Let's print out this everything raw for a second. See what is being produced here. We can comment out this line, and that line. And that should get us it printing out the raw JSON. I commented out the code. Why am I not getting the change in behavior? Did I not save? That's there. Here we go. We save. Run the compiler. Okay. So that ran. That was weird. Yeah, sometimes compilers do things like that. We run. Okay. So that worked. Display message is blank. We'll get another thing in a few seconds. Come on. Message text. This is quite odd. Not sure what is going on here. It's VTuber, blah 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 blah, is chat owner true? Okay. So, sleeping next to the speaker. User band, not at all. Back. So, this is retracted. Message text empty. Chat message. Snippet. Author channel ID. So, text message just empty. So according to this, there's no message at all. Not encoded nor nothing. But we know from looking at debugging from here, hold on. Debugging from here, that we do get messages. Actually, so let's go back here. That's running. Remove that's not running. And we're going to have that problem. It's still running in the background. Yep, another successful build. That's the issue. I don't know which one it is. Like, when I look at it in the console, we can see that there is something actually being spat out. But when we look at the, what are you saying there? that's fine. Look at here, it's not coming up. So that looks like something is swallowing that message. Okay, so we've set standard output to encoding UTF-8. And let's make sure that we are outputting as UTF-8. So console output encoding UTF-8. So input and output encoding should be the same. Have a look at here. Let's bring out let's use the big guns. Debugging. How do we set a breakpoint? Breakpoint. Set breakpoint there. Attach to Unity. Play. So we are at the breakpoint. Now we can actually explore the contents. I want to have a look at chat line. So okay, it's in scope and reach. Okay. So my chat snippet. Display content. Oh, so it's not the one we want. Continue. Ah, that's helpful. When we view it in the debugger, we are actually seeing the actual Unicode stuff. Huh. So that tells me it is actually not an encoding issue, but a display issue. So let's remove this breakpoint. And change you as well. We can fix this back the way it was. Okay. Yeah. Something has stopped working for some reason. Right. I just want to see it come up as it used to come up before. What am I missing? Source control. Stop you there. Now it is completely broken and not doing anything at all, which is something. Why isn't it doing what it's supposed to do? Maybe it's because this was running. Ah. Well, that explains it. I am actually out of API quota, so I actually can't run any more tests. So that means that I'm going to have to wait till tomorrow to do any further work on this. But I think we've made a lot of progress. And we now know what our bug with the UTF-8 is. It's more an issue of us not being actually able to display the characters rather than the characters not existing. So what we'll do is tomorrow, probably offline, I'll start experimenting. It might be that we have to replace a font or fix up some things like that. I'll go back to my main screen. So we've got that ready to go. We now know what the problem is, which is 90% of debugging. And Werewolf Game and everybody else who's watching, thank you very much for watching with me, helping me, and watching me as I work, and I will see you later, hopefully. Thank you very much.